Hi, everyone. Dorothea Hendricks here, your coach in communication, in presentation, and public speaking skills. So far, we've covered 16 tips to help you be a more engaging and interesting speaker. Today, we're going to look at tip number 17, and tip number 17 is structure. Every speech, every presentation should have structure. Now, can you be interesting? Can you be engaging without having structure? Of course, you get somebody who does a comedy routine and they're telling jokes and different stories and they're bouncing all over the place on stage. Yes, you don't need structure for that. As long as you're making people laugh, which is the ultimate goal, and they leave happy because they've laughed their heads off. Now, when you're giving a work presentation, a business presentation, and people are taking time out of their work, what they have to do at their desks, or if they're on the road and they're taking time, then you want to be interesting, you want to be engaging, but you also need to have structure so that they can walk away with some content and an action step. The other day, I was listening to somebody who was talking, giving a presentation. He was engaging, he was dynamic, he was interesting, he knew his topic, but was all over the map. And so by the time that talk finished, maybe 40, 45 minutes, 50 minutes later, you had to ask yourself, what am I walking away with from this presentation? Was he entertaining? Yes, but I was watching this presentation with the hopes of getting some information because that is how it had been advertised. You will walk away with this, and this. And I walked away with, except that the person was interesting, engaging, and knowledgeable. Structure. Especially in our work environment, when you're sucking up people's time, you want to make sure that their time is well spent listening to you, that you're giving them value. That requires structure. So you want people to follow you easily and comfortably, then you need to organize your presentation. And one of the most basic ways to organize it, and many people do this, although there are other approaches as well, the most basic way to organize your presentation is to an opening, a body, and a closing. So your opening, what does the opening do? Sometimes referred to as the introduction. The opening, what that does is that is where you grab your audience attention, whether it's your team, the board of directors, the executives, new clients you're trying to encourage to come to your company, buy your product or your service. The idea here is you need to get them engaged. You get their attention out of the get-go. And then what you do is you introduce your message, your key message. What's your reason for speaking? So for example, it might be managers are going to learn 5 steps today to help their teams finish their projects on time. One sentence, clear in the palm of my hand, one sentence, managers are going to learn. What are they going to learn? 5 steps. 5 steps, and why are they going to learn this? So they can help their team finish their projects on time. So this is what you want to do. You want to grab the people's attention and you want to get their interest and introduce your message, your key message. Anytime you're thinking of, well, what's my message? That's exactly what you need to ask yourself is, what's my message? What's my reason for speaking? And you should be able to give that answer in one sentence, 15 words, 20 words, max. If you go, well, I'm going to be talking about and giving some information and doing this, stop. One sentence. What's my message? My message is, when I am finished, I want people to think. What do I want them to think about? I want them to feel something. What is it I want them to feel? I want them to do something. What's that action step I want them to do? If I can't bring that out of my mouth and have that clear in my head to bring out of my mouth, then certainly the people that are sitting around listening to me aren't going to get it. If I'm not clear, they won't be clear. So be clear on your message. That is in the opening. In the body of your presentation, what you're looking for now is to support the data, the documentation, the statistics, the facts, the stories, whatever you've got that give credibility, credence to your message, to that key message, your reason for speaking. And then, of course, when you come to the closing, what you're going to do here is summarize, again, remind people of that key message, the value, the benefit you've got, and have the audience leave with an action step. They have to leave with an action step. And here, no matter how well you think you've got it in your head, no matter how well you think you've organized and structured your presentation, and you think that the audience should automatically know what the action step is, you know what? They won't. They won't. You have people with different attention spans listening to you. In order to make sure everything is clear, you need to let people know what is it you want them to do when you are finished, how they're going to do it, why they should do it, the value of doing it. But you must tell them, you must let them know what it is that you want them to do with the information that you've given them. It's so important. Every presentation should be structured. And there are 3 essential reasons for structuring your presentation. Number 1, if you don't structure your presentation, whether it's long or short, talking to your team, talking to people you've never spoken to before, that could be prospective clients, it doesn't matter who you're talking to. If you don't structure your presentation, you will not have a clear direction of where you want to go in your talk. And if you don't have a clear direction, your audience isn't going to have a clear direction either. Number two, the reason for structure is, without structure, you have little or no control over the information that you want people to walk away with. As the speaker, you are in charge of what you want your audience to walk away with. And this requires that you structure your talk so that in the end, people will walk away with exactly what you wanted them to walk away with. And the third reason here is, without structure, people will have difficulty following and understanding what you're saying. So if people don't understand something, they're not going to remember it. If they don't remember it, they won't be able to put it into action. They won't be able to do with the information what you wanted them to do. So if you want control over the information, if you want control over what you want your audience to take away, you need structure. If you want people to follow easily, comfortably, and understand clearly so they can do something with it, you need structure. And the other reason you need structure is to give yourself and your audience a clear direction from start to finish. Take time, structure your presentations so that you can help yourself. And by helping yourself, you are going to help your audience. Until next time, this is Dorothea Hendricks wishing you mountains of success. Oh, and before you go, if you haven't watched some of my other YouTube videos, this is all about helping you with your presentations, with your public speaking. Please go back and listen to some of the videos. And if you haven't subscribed, hey, go down and click the subscribe button now. So going back to, until next time, lots of success, wishing you mountains of it.